Here's an easy one. We're going to turn a quick sketch into a two-tone P in Inkscape right now. So here we go with a simple P that I've created in Affinity Designer. I've just created a new layer to sketch over the design that I want. I'm just freehanding it. I just drew in that basic P to give me a bit of framework to work with. So I'm just using I think it's a paintbrush tool with a bit of stabilization on. Now I've added the drop shadow, and it's quick and loose, just to really show you how easy this is to do. And now we're going to move over to Inkscape, and I'm going to pick up the pen tool so that we can trace over the whole image and start manipulating that outside edge and get it where we want it to match that illustration underneath. Quick colour change just to make it a bit easier to see. I was trying to avoid putting an extra node in here, but I think I did in the end. I didn't. Well, I was trying to keep the node count low to make it a bit easier to work with, but sometimes you've got to do it. So yeah, I'm just using the node tool there to bend around with the lines I've created. There I've just duplicated that layer so that the bottom layer is going to be like the base, and this new layer is going to be the P. So the bottom layer becomes a shadow, and the top layer is going to be the actual P. Now I'm going to create another layer just to use the Boolean expression just to punch out that top section. And now I've moved down to the other layer and done the same. So we've got one layer on top with a hole showing the shadow, and then another layer punched all the way through, so you get a space. And then we bring up the opacity so we get a look at what it's going to look like. The colours are going to change, of course, because I'm just using these the first colours I chose. And there I'm just sort of fiddling around with the bits that have overlapped. So we're going to move over to SigncutPro 2, and I'm going to just show you the two colours that Signcut's identified. So that's the base layer, and that's the layer on top. So we're going to send this over to the cutter and get it cut out. And that's the preview of what that first layer is going to cut. So on the cutter now, it's a bit noisy. It's quite a fun sound this thing makes. So the cutting blade's just following my paths that I've created in Inkscape. I could probably set the machine to run a bit quicker, but I've chewed up so much vinyl, pushing my luck trying to get to go faster, so I'll just go a bit steady on that one. And then we can go over to weeding. So nice simple design, which is part of the point of this project, really just do something quick and easy to show you just how easy it can be. So I'm just pulling off the border there and then the outer edge of the P. I'm just going to pick up that center hole and then move on to the blue and do the same. Pick up that outer edge with a border on it. And then pick up the surrounding area. And then pick up the middle again. So there's the two bits done. And now we've got to line these two up, so I'm using a piece of transfer tape. Should have used a bit bigger piece because it's I cut it to the size of the top layer, not to the size of the bottom layer, which is not a major issue, but peel that off, and I'm going to stick it onto another piece of, this is actually two bits of transfer tape stuck together, so there's no sticky side. I'm just going to gently stick it onto the top with a little bit of the edge laid over the top so it can stick to where I want it. And I'm just using the iPad in front of me as a visual reference. You can use guides digitally, but I find just doing it by eye is just okay. So I'm happy with that. I'll stick those two down. And then I've just got to trim off the edges, tidy it up a little bit. And that's pretty much it done. If I was clever, I'd have used my straight edge to do this, but because it's only one stick, if I was doing loads, I'd probably use a straight edge, but probably get away with just doing one. So that's it. There's more to come. I'll do some more Inkscape videos, and I'll see you in the next one.